Yeah.
How many households y'all got? So for Dino Fest, you get a free spin whenever you land on you win. You don't gotta play if you don't want to.
Cathartic crying and stuff like that. I just had a really good journaling and prayer session where I just let it out. Okay. So I might just read something where I don't have to take a bunch of notes on Kindle. Otherwise, I might just go to bed. So good morning. You should live on your best friend, family, girl, and welcome. I started this. When I tell y'all, this book that made me add Valley of Dolls to my TBR. I explained the Discovery of America by Christopher Columbus to my daughter this morning because of this book. And this just made me realize that women are really natural creators, while the whole work at home, stay at home, wife and mom thing, when I tried it for a little bit, did not work for me. Imagine how many men steal ideas of the women around them and their wives, and how much we hear that even in Hollywood and stuff, how much women contributed to the success of a man, and the men will have no debt to them. Taylor Jenkins Reid knows how to start a book.
I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So I'm interrupting this video really quickly because it has been a while, huh? Hey y'all, it's been a while, and I've really just been living life, really getting into life, living life, and taking moments to actually live and just transitioning. So you've been seeing videos like this, reading vlog videos, shorts and things like that. And if you've been here a while, you were probably introduced to me through my story times, whether it was this story time, this one. You know, so much has changed since then. Let's address the elephant in the room, okay? Where did all of the emotional story times go? Okay, so this was difficult for me because those videos really did numbers. They had a lot of engagement, and when you're creating stuff on the internet, now I came in and I started doing this to share my testimonies once I got through stuff and to give you all resources and things like that. As time has gone on and I'm in a completely different space, I decided to, put them in a vault. And I don't know, maybe I'll do like a membership thing one day where if you really are here for me, you really need that, maybe I'll put it where it's like a tier list in there. I can put a fee on it. But right now, you aren't able to see them right now, and that's not to say you won't ever be able to see them again. That's not even to say that I won't be doing story times again. That might be why you even were here in the first place, and I'm so grateful for that. I'm just in a different space with the things I share and the things I want to carry forward, and it's just really been on my spirit to just private them, unlist them, delete them, whatever the case may be. And since my life looks so vastly different now, and if you go back, I believe that was like 3 years ago, maybe 2-3 years ago, and I've been toying back and forth with the story times and things like that because, again, those were my most well-performing videos. Like, I just had somebody comment on one of my story times about sobriety and stuff not that long ago, and I wanted to be a safe space, but I also need to protect myself. I've just been giving myself time to figure out what it is exactly I want to do on this platform, on the internet, as I've grown in my actual life and relationships and things like that. Like, the videos of my daughter are barely even on here, might be like one. I'm just a little more, I'm holding things a little bit closer, and I want things to have their place. And so lately, I've been doing way more lifestyle content, more vlogs, more traveling, reading, living a life of like joy, just pure like peace and just joy. And I know the other videos get so many views. Not saying that these won't, but everything has a season and a space and a time, and those get views because people do. There are a lot of people out there going through things when it comes to relationships, when it comes to self, when it comes to healing. And I feel like now that I'm kind of on the other side of a lot of those things, I will have story times, but they probably will look different and more so than sharing my pain. I want to share other things with you. I've been picking up hobbies. I've been crocheting. I went axe throwing. I've been doing pottery. Again, I've been traveling, coloring, painting, just creating. I run a book club now, hiking, and working on getting my childlike qualities back. And I've been truly escaping back to me. And I have so much that I still want to do. And a part of this journey, because this channel wasn't just about sharing these traumatic stories and pain points and stuff like that. In real time, y'all saw me heal. And so a part of me wants to leave it up so you can see the journey, but another part of me is just wanting to like protect that part of me at this moment. And so I want to show you guys what it looks like, how I got there through hobbies, my relationships, the parts that I'm willing to share, and all the other beautiful things that I've been able to create for my life. I've started the Conviction Chat playlist where I just kind of vent and talk about what's on my heart and on my spirit. And so in those, you kind of get some of that story time in it. Is just not as broken down. It's more like, oh, I had this thought about, like I said, like I talked about privilege and I gave some backstory on how I grew up and things like that. With that, I have so much stuff recorded, y'all. When I say I have so much stuff recorded, I have so much. I've recorded so much, but I've been like really struggling to release it because I am a person that I'm overthinking it, or I was overthinking it of how it should flow and where it should fit in at. And like I said before, transitioning into, it's still me, because the whole point of this channel is just showing you an actual human experience of somebody that has dealt with things in life. But I'm also very blessed. I also have a other side, and again, it's just showing you my human experience, not exactly in real time, but just the journey of me having it kind of in real time. Because if you also don't know, my story times are also usually tell those stories after I've already gotten through it, where the vlogs and things like that are closer to real time, so it was giving me anxiety. And so I'm like, I don't know how to pivot. I don't know what to do, but I don't want to get on here and just trauma dump, which is not trauma dumping, but I don't want to get on here and just talk about my past pains and testimonies and stuff like that. Like I said, I think it served its purpose. And while those are very valuable, I just found myself when I was going to story times, it always being those like pain points. And I'm just not there anymore. I just don't want to do that anymore. It's not what I really want to be remembered for either. It's like, oh, the girl that tells all these crazy stories, because that's not my life. And then when you're constantly stuck there, you can also create scenarios to put yourself in and tell stories. Or again, I get stuck, or you can get stuck in those things. And so all in all, I can have anxiety, babes, but God provides. God provides, okay? In shifting toward book content, I got what is now one of many partnerships. And I just want to say that for those out there who are creatives and artists and stuff like that, and I'm not, whatever. I have other stuff going on. So please take this with like a little grain of salt, a little bit, because this is not like, oh my gosh, I'm this is my full-time job or nothing like that. I have a whole life. Okay. But I was not getting emails and partnerships and working with publishing companies and authors and other content creators. Like, I wasn't doing those things when I was telling the stories, even though I had the numbers and the engagement. And so I just want to say that to say, operate out of a spirit of what is yours is yours. What is yours is yours. Because I could have operated out of lack and been like, well, I just posted these book videos and stuff, and I got 15, 20, 35, 100. Some of my vlogs did pretty good, 1,000, 2,000 views. But some of them only did 13, 14, 20, 30, whatever, many views. And I could have been like, well, I'm going to go back to the story times where I'm telling all these stories and stuff that don't fit for me anymore, don't sit right with my spirit, and not go with what is pulling at me, like what God is telling me I feel like to do. And I just took a step off it. It feels better to create book content. It feels better to like share more joyous things, not because I'm like, ooh, y'all are tired of hearing the stories, but because that's genuinely just where I am in my life. With that being said, I am honored to be partnering with Books A Million, where they have millions of books. Hold on. Let me stop. I am a believer. So I didn't say it was sponsored. This is a partnership. So I am a strong believer in telling y'all about things that I actually use and things like that. And it's no different just because it's books. It's no different. If I'm promoting it or if I'm partnering, I've used it. With Books A Million, which is very helpful for me when I was getting back into reading, I did a huge book haul, and that's where I got all my books from. As you head into this video, we're going to be talking about a lot of goodies. So if you see anything that you like, or you need to catch up on your TBR, stock up on your TBR, you can grab the books I'm talking about or anything on your TBR. Right now, there is a 50% Book Lovers 50% off sale going on, and an extra 15% off when you spend just $35. My love for reading, especially fiction, y'all, has healed me in so many ways that I could have never guessed. Maybe I'll do a video about that, but it's healed me in such a way that has been so transformative to my life. So since it's been such a blessing to me, I hope that my love and my peace that I've gained from all these new things I've told y'all I've been doing, I hope they can spill over and help others just as much as my pain was able to. I really do hope that, and I know it will. You know what I'm saying? No matter the number of people, I can't stay in a place that I've grown from or I've healed from just for numbers sake, just for content sake. I can't do that. So I'm so blessed right now, and I'm hoping again that it spills over and y'all can get something from this pivot in the new content that I'm doing. Again, the story times may be different. I may publish them again in some kind of way. I'm just right now, if it's like, girl, yeah, I thought she made story times. I'm a storyteller. So again, in my conviction test, I'm telling stories. I probably am going to be still telling the story. I'm still going to be ranting my ADHD. I'm still going to be ranting in the vlog. So you're going to get stories. It's just not the deep dives the way that I was doing at this moment. And I felt it was only fair to say that, you know, I felt like it was only fair to say that. Of course, I didn't have to. I could have just did, because it's YouTube. This is my YouTube. So I didn't have to, but for my anxiety, just for my peace of mind, just to update other people that might be looking for the story times, might be trying to figure out, hey, I commented on a video. Hopefully I responded. Or, hey, this video was here. And if it was really helping you, if there was a video that I posted, whether it was from DB to sobriety to whatever the videos were that really did help you, and you refer back to those, because I know I've had some messages on Instagram and stuff like that people like, this really helped me. Feel free to reach out to me. Whether, I'm trying to think, I'll see if I can put my email down or whatever. Feel free to reach out to me. Anyways, if you are planning to buy anything, just make sure, I'm going to put a couple of options in the description. Make sure you click on the link. Go ahead, click on it. If you can right click it, put in a different link so you don't exit off this video, because I need you here. So anyways, click on the link, go ahead and bookmark it. Go ahead and bookmark it now. I'm gonna give you a second to do that. Okay. Okay, girl or guys, girly, guys, whatever you identify as, now that it's bookmarked. Okay, perfect. So that way when you're ready to shop, whether it's right after the video or a little bit later in the day, you will be using my link to support the channel. I lost my train of thought. This is so new for me. Like, I'm so excited, and I'm trying to be all like professional, but like, y'all, oh my gosh. Anyways, okay, bookmark it. You got it bookmarked? Okay, you got it bookmarked. Bookmark it so that once you finish this video, after I give you all these treats or whatever, you go ahead and run over to your TBR or take the videos from this list. Go ahead and go to Books A Million. I will also put when the sale is up. If there is an end date, I will put that in the description as well. But again, thank you so much. Just using that link is going to support the channel as well. And I just want to thank y'all so much. This is so long-winded, but I just want to thank y'all so much for supporting the channel. And hopefully, you know, with this brand and going forward, supporting the brands that support the channel, because this allows me to keep creating for y'all, which I would do. I'm doing it anyway. I would do it anyway. Like, what are you talking about? You just got here. Now I'm acting different already. Anyways, y'all, thank you so much for supporting the channel. If you have not already, check out my Ko-fi link. I'm still updating the website, but that is my personal section where I'm working on just all things Vanity Legale. That's like my hub or whatever, with, again, my crocheting and stuff. I haven't come up with my commissions yet, but that's going to be the hub for everything because I do blog posts, sponsorships, partnerships, or anything like that, or any updates. I'm still working on it, but if you want to support me directly, please go to also my Ko-fi link and buy me a moment of peace. Just spare me a moment of peace, you know. Let me stop. Let's get into the goodies that I have for y'all. I'll see y'all in a video. Okay, thank you.
Biggity biggity back, biggity back, biggity back. Biggity biggity back, biggity back, biggity back. Hey y'all, I am still reading Daisy Jones and the Six. I got to meet the band. These chicks don't even know the name of my band, but they're all on me like they wanna win. Cause once I blow, they know that I'll be the man. All because I'm the lead singer of my band. My band, baby. If you know, you know. I don't know. It's stuck in my head now that we done met the band, the Six. So far, so good. Taylor Jenkins Reads. Taylor Jenkins Reads. Eats. I have to do it in the morning and I read at night. Actually, last night I was reading relationship goals because I didn't want to pick up Daisy Jones and the Six because I knew that if I picked it up, I wasn't going to bed. Okay, and it was already after 11. I like to have a good schedule because I gotta stay, you know, how I'm looking in order to function. However, met the band, amazing. Yeah, it's eating, you feel me? However, our little Daisy is a little rock star. She's getting, y'all, I just stepped on my glasses. Oh my gosh. Look, y'all. Y'all can't see. Dang, I stepped on them. Anyways, I don't even really feel like this book is really in chapters. Let's go to the office. 1 second. Don't look at me, Cal. Bad Cal. Our cat jumped on my daughter this morning. Okay, so what was I saying? Completely unrelated, really quick.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special report.
I just recorded that part and realized I had white stuff on my nose. Listen.
A powder for my nose, quick. Thanks. Ew. Why are you talking to her? Clean it up, Kokor.
I did a full skincare routine and I put on a lot of like chemical exfoliants and things like that, so I have to put on a foolproof sunscreen. And so since I got all this melanin in my skin, sometimes it like leaves white spots, so just ignore the white spot that you're about to see because I'm not re-filming just so I can tell y'all exactly what I just told y'all because I don't remember what I told y'all and I'm just trying to get my reactions in the moment. So ignore the white spot that was on my nose. It might be anywhere else. I'm not re-recording it because it's just showing that, hey, I gets down. She gets down. I get down when it comes to the skincare. So I had to put on 5 layers of skincare and had to make sure I slathered. Have you ever been slathered?
Have you ever been swallowed up?
I had to slather on my good old sunscreen that left me a little...
What?
Shout out to the realism, because like I said, I'm not redoing the clip, so enjoy.
And now back to your regularly scheduled program.
Our little Daisy baby is really partaking in that Hollywood lifestyle, that rock star lifestyle. Might don't make it. Anyways, it's going really good. Super happy I picked this up because now I feel so much better and then I'll be able to read Malibu Rising. Yeah, good morning. Good morning again. So getting through it. Oh, that's what I was saying. This book doesn't really have chapters. It kind of has just parts. Like it's not like chapter 1, chapter 2, which I love because when I read books, I read multiple books at a time. I usually do like wrap ups by chapter. But this one is like the groupie Daisy Jones, the rise of Daisy Jones and the Six, the it girl. Like it has those kind of things. It's not really chapter 1, 2, and 3, which is really cool because then I don't have to be like such and such point of view, such and such point of view. It's kind of just a straight through book with all these intermingled characters. And if I didn't mention it before, what I'm loving right now is that it's like interview style. Like you're getting to know the people, but it's by way of like interview. It's like you're reading this person point of view, then this person point, like every single person. It is a lot of characters, but it's not overwhelming at all. Again, I have a system. I use Bookly, so if y'all don't use Bookly, that's probably a good app to use. I use the app called Bookly where you can do definitions. I've been having to write down definitions for all these drugs, all the drugs. I'm like, what is that? Let me look at Google. Otherwise, it's a pretty good read. It's a little addictive of a read. So again, I have to like block off time. I blocked off like an hour this morning before I made me and Nugget breakfast or whatever. With that being said, still into the book. I'll be back. I don't know if it's gonna be midday. I don't know if it's gonna be later, but yeah, that's our update on Daisy Jones and the Six. See ya. Real quick, I just realized like I be thinking about the times that like I'm not reading or whatever, and I just realized I literally read every single day, like every day. Because when I first wake up, if I'm up at like 5:30, I've been like waking up at like 7 because I've been going to bed really late. But usually I wake up around 5:30. I faithfully read out my Bible because I always have a Bible plan. If I'm always doing a Bible plan with somebody, and if I'm not, I'm doing it with myself, whatever. I literally read every single day. Kudos to me. I don't know. I just really need to say that because I really just realized like why sometimes I have the little bit of fulfillment of reading, but I haven't like picked up a book. Because like after I finish a book, sometimes I will take a little break because, you know, jumping right into a book is crazy or whatever. I have multiple books going at the same time and stuff like that, but I always have a book with me or something. But I just realized I literally read every day because every morning that Bible getting read, because that's about the best book in history because it's full of wisdom and can be applicable to life. Of course, other books can do that too, but I just realized that. I don't know, I feel like I needed to jump on and kind of like say that or whatever. So yeah, I literally read every single day. As soon as I wake up, I literally read because I don't usually read my physical Bible. Because like I said, I'm always on a plan. So first thing in the morning, I definitely pick up my phone. That's probably not a good habit. However, I do pick it up and I read the Bible, put it down, then start reading another book or doing something else. But if I don't read, I'm gonna get that Bible in. Calling back. She's here. Okay, so I'm back reading Daisy Jones and the Six. I had to take a break because like I had said, when you get into the book, it's very hard to like kind of put it down. And I was still moving stuff around. So I'm about 54 pages in. So it's going good, going great. Went to tap back in. Things like that. I'm kind of tired. I worked out this morning. I still got some moving to do, so I'm going to read a little bit and then I'm going to get Cal and put him on the balcony. Yes, I do need to. We are still moving around our cat or whatever because that's just that. But I don't know. I'm tired. I don't know what to say. I just whatever. I'll be back. Bye. Y'all, before I move on to the next part, I'm about 80 pages in, but it kind of goes off the scenes like I said. And again, I kind of just woke up, threw my hair in a bun and got to reading. I am where they're on like their third city tour kind of thing.
I'm fighting for my life.
All I want to say is the representation when it comes to how men switch up when a woman gets pregnant is insane. Like, how are you doing every single thing it takes to get a woman pregnant and then realizing I'm scared of fatherhood, I'm gonna be a terrible father, and then running away? And then he was like literally sabotaging, doing certain things, hoping that this girl would leave him. And it reminded me, one, I've been through that, and two, men really do that. Like, they will like do stuff to you over and over again to try to get you to leave instead of just leaving. Like, you're a coward, bruh. It was all this stuff. I understand the guy's father wasn't there, which is all the more reason why you should be like trying to behave correctly. And it was one thing he did in there in terms of drugs. Look, it's a Rockstar book, so I don't know if you don't want to hear the spoiler, but something that he said in there that he did in terms of drugs, like another drug, and thinking it was going to help him sober up, was insane. And I also felt the girl in the sense of like, she didn't hold her boundaries when it came to one thing, this like cheating thing, but she was already pregnant, right? He rushed the wedding. He did all that stuff to then really like want to run away. And the only thing that really made him stay was her saying pretty much it's like, you don't get to be a coward. You don't get to crash out and not take responsibility in this thing that, one, you said you wanted a family. Two, you're a part of this. Like, you don't get to escape your responsibilities. You don't get to come in, say you care about me, want a family, want to be with me. And then when you get me pregnant because you were doing things to impregnate me, you think you can just crash out and say, oh, I'm traumatized, oh, I didn't have a father, oh, this and that, and just run away from all your responsibilities. You don't get to do that. So I get why she had those standards, because she could have been like, I'm just gonna leave and raise this baby on my own, which would have been justified as well based on the things that he was doing. But for real to be like, no, you're gonna be a man. And I feel that. I just hope after he went to like rehab and did all his stuff that it actually stuck. I haven't gotten that far yet. I'm back on Daisy because it's kind of split between these alternate kind of things, and I'm interested to see how Daisy's incorporated. Though, really good book, multiple things going on, but it's eating. Of course, it's Taylor Jenkins Reid, but okay, y'all. So I'm back with Daisy Jones and the Six. I'm sitting. How to create an ambiance, and I am on page 128. I know last time I was talking about him going to rehab and all that stuff. It's been going good. I've been reading for about an hour and a half now. I also have my Kindle just in case I want to read it on my Kindle. Now, I've been highlighting this book up. Okay, I lost my orange highlighter for now, so I'm using brown, but let's just see how this goes, alright? Because the rock stars are rock stars. Yeah, it's this one person in the band, like, I have to go back and see if he been shady this whole time. But he is getting so shady with, like, the band leader, like, the lead singer. He's a part of the band. Like, dude, relax. Just calm down. Okay. I'm gonna have to go through some of my highlights, but I highlight at least once on every page, or write on every page. And of course, rockstar lifestyles, joys, and stuff. And this one part says, she was a drug addict, the type of addict that thinks that other people don't know she's using, which is maybe the worst type of addict at all. Because homegirl be wearing jackets when it's hot, barefoot when it's cold. Not too much on the barefoots, okay? But yeah, interesting. Like I said, y'all, I done highlighted this book so much. Okay. Now, one thing that's like really like weird to me in this book is when they're talking about a microphone, like the people are singing into a mic, they're actually spelling it M-I-K-E instead of M-I-C. And that's very, like, kind of weird to me. Okay. Yeah, my foot just fell asleep. Shut up, I'm reading. Tell somebody to shut up, I'm reading. I'm telling you, shut out the whole world sometimes when you read. It's like watching a movie, like you don't want nobody to interrupt you while you watching your favorite show or your favorite movie. When somebody's peacefully reading, leave them alone. Leave them alone. He's gonna quit. This one person is going to quit. Okay, I'll be back. my foot started to like go down and stuff a little bit. I started sitting wrong, so I had to get on the couch. Is spiraling from drugs and it's so sad. Alright y'all, real quick because I'm in the kitchen, I'm about to make me like a little snack or whatever. I think let me see. I am, this is probably just gonna be my little goal for today. I'm probably taking a break off for today. I might do one other thing, like make a short or something, but for the most part, this is probably all I'm doing reading today. I'm 2 hours and 40 minutes in. Let me actually pause it for a second. Y'all, if you've read The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, Mick, what? Why can't I talk? It's because I'm so excited. I love when characters get introduced, especially because this is not like a connected series. Like, you don't have to read that one to read this one, but it is interconnected, and I think Carrie Soto is best to read after that. I think I actually started reading Malibu Rising, but I found out the good order so that you'll know all the backstory of the character. It's amazing. Either way, jeez, I can't talk. I'm so excited. This book is so good. Mick Reva has entered the chat. If you know, you know. If not, it's worth reading. The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo is by far one of my favorite books that I've read to this date. If I could give it 6 stars, I give it 6 stars. The book pulls you in. I'm like, let me get a snack or whatever and keep reading, but it's so good because it's so much dialogue and everything. But yeah, I just want to come back and say, like, Mick Reva really entered the chat, and I'm so excited because, like, what you got to do with this? You know what I'm saying? But okay, I'll be back. Y'all, I've never seen these, and they really taste like a cheeseburger. I got some spinach and artichoke that my mom brought from like this winery country club place, and these really do taste like a burger, like from the lettuce to the pickles to like all the toppings. So that's crazy. Y'all, it's getting better and better. I don't have my stand right now, so it's just getting better and better and better. I am about 200 pages in, 3 hours in. Yeah, so I'm gonna lay here. I actually ended up going on YouTube because I know that it's not supposedly not based on a real rap band or whatever the case may be, but I might have spoiled it a little bit. But I think that I already know what's about to happen with like 2 of the characters. I can already like feel it. It's just how it's gonna play out, and even me knowing doesn't make it any less, you know. But this is really making me want to look up Fleetwood Mac, if I can say that, and it's definitely making me want to watch this series. But I have to finish the book before I start watching the show, unless I can watch the show up until like this part, and then, you get what I'm saying, concurrently like watch the show and read the books, which if I get too excited I might have to start watching the show if I don't finish. I might have to start watching this show if I don't finish the book. I hope I can finish the book like today. I think I can get through the rest of the book today. I'm so excited. It's going, ooh, I'm just waiting for it to like really ramp up. Trying too hard to make it seem like it's nothing, but it's something going on, sir. Married, sir. Okay, y'all, so I am on page 254, and y'all, okay, I'm on page 254 of the physical book. This is where I'm disliking Daisy. I'm not gonna lie. Because, like Warren said, I don't consider myself to be very high on the list of good people. Not that I agree with that part, but you don't tell other people's stories. If it's not involving you and it's not a part of your story per se, you don't do that. And maybe spoiler here a little bit, so fast forward. That is so trash that because you're so desperate for attention and love and things like that, that you out this man and what he went through and something that he told you in confidence because essentially he wouldn't have an affair with you or cheat on his wife with you because you're not used to being told no in some odd, weird way. So you tell all this man's business about his infidelities and drug addiction stuff that he got over with his family, not only potentially hurting him, but his entire family. Like, if you want to do drugs and crash out and harm yourself, then by all means. By all means, girly pop, ruin your own life. But when you start to do that, not only to another person, but to do something that affects their entire family, including their children, because he has children, it's completely insane. All because somebody wouldn't do something that would have been morally wrong anyway. So it's not even like he promised to do something great and then didn't, or he started having an affair with you and then started treating you bad. You literally maliciously outed this man and what he told you in confidence and what he had to go through and get through, and that had an effect and impact on his family because he wouldn't break a moral code and a vow that he made to his wife and children for you.
What?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I had a slither, or some empathy because of how addiction works for her throughout this book, but
the woman was too stunned to speak.
Wow. That was borderline evil. Wow. I'm on page 255, so I'm almost done. I think I'm not that far off, maybe 50-ish, a little bit over 50 more pages, so I'll be back. But yeah, Daisy's a hard pass or no for me at this point. Okay, y'all, I'm finished. Oh my god. Taylor Jenkins Reid is by far probably my favorite artist. I mean, not artist, I can't even talk. My favorite author, y'all. I'm so glad I went back and read this because after I read The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, I think I started Malibu Rising, but it did feel like it was a gap. And I know she has other stories, so that one was that 50, 60? This one was like the 70s. I actually love like books set back in the 70s. Too. And before that, like I like hearing about it. Love how it's written in like documentary interview format, kind of how the seven husbands of Evelyn Hugo, where she was getting interviewed. It kind of has that. I'm starting to really like books with dialogue, and that's kind of why I like Binding 13. I really picked up that book because I heard about it and I was in Target. I was pulled to it, would have never picked it up, and like I said, that's my comfort read, but that's a whole other story, y'all. She writes in such a way where it's like, I know what's gonna happen, but you'd be so glad like it didn't happen. Like, as far as when I was talking to you about I might spoil you, I'm not sure, an affair that could have possibly happened, because it was loosely based on, she was inspired by Fleetwood Mac. Okay, she said it in the interview thing at the end. Y'all, this book has so much. It's about talent, wanting to be accepted, oh my gosh, rock and roll, addiction, coming out of that addiction, love, choosing what you know is right even if you in love with something else. There's some characters in here that could have destroyed each other, and I'm so happy it didn't go that route of like, I don't know what to say without spoiling it, but there's so many things since the last time I tapped back in, when I think the last thing I said was something about where she like outed one of the characters about his addiction and stuff like that. So much has happened since then. It's beautiful. It feels so real when it comes to addiction, when it comes to being in love with somebody and not being able to have certain people, when it comes to certain lifestyles, and like you would want things to be a certain way, but that's just not how it is. Like, it was just so real. And that's what I love about her stories, where there's hope, there's pain, but there's hope. But it's also people having to choose and make decisions, and it's about accountability. It's about a whole lot of things. And so it's like not these fluffy stories. Like, it feels so real. It feels so real. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like, how can you live the rock and roll lifestyle and be healthy and happy and have a family? And it's like things that are contradicting itself within things that you love. Like, you love multiple things, but sometimes they can't all coexist at the same time. Beautiful book. Again, 6 stars. Okay, I don't feel like anybody would not enjoy this book unless it's like triggering in some weird way. But that's it. I'm gonna ramble. I'll somehow do a formal like, yes, this is my rating, this is how I feel when I have more clear put together cohesive thoughts. But I am done with the book finally, and I'm so glad it sucked me in and I finished it. I knew it was sucking me in because when I first started reading it, I was so busy and doing such a transition where I couldn't read the book because I couldn't put it down. And as much as I wanted to, it was like I have other things I really have to do. And this book is literally, you can't, once you start getting into it, and it doesn't take long at all, you cannot put it down. So I finally had some time. I dedicated that 5 to 6 hours yesterday, then this morning. Amazing. Chef's kiss. Amazing. Hey y'all. Okay, I know I said I was going to come back and tell y'all how I felt about Daisy Jones and the Six. So I'm about to head out, and I actually started Fourth Wing. Right now I'm doing it on Audible. I do have the book, the physical book and everything, but look, okay. And then it's a Saturday, so I'm about to go for Just for the Summer and Happy Place. I already started both. I'm gonna probably read those today. Both. Anyways, Daisy Jones and the Six. So I'm gonna go like a 4. No, I don't know. It's a 5-star for me. 6-star. I still feel that way. I did start trying to read the, I started to try to watch the show. It's okay. Book's better. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna finish watching the show, which is why I always read a book first if that's kind of how I'm feeling. So yeah, it was a 6-star read for me. Amazing. The things I loved about it most was the structure. It's an interview style kind of book where it's so much dialogue, and I'm learning now my reading styles are that I really like things with dialogue. So it's an interview kind of thing, you know what I'm saying? I love the character development. There's a side character that I really love in there. I think his name is Warren, and I love when the side characters are really developed too. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 6-star. Taylor Jenkins Reid never really misses. So the next book after this I think is Malibu Rising. So I'll start reading that next. But right now I am reading, let me see, let me pull up my Goodreads. So it's a 6-star. It's a 6-star. Dialogue was amazing. Characters were amazing. It took you on that up and down roller coaster, but it was such a beautifully developed story. It's no parts missing. It's not like, oh, what happened here, what happened here. Oh, and the way it was brought back together, I'm glad I didn't guess the ending, because if y'all saw what I was going through, I was kind of like, oh my gosh, this man is not going to be nothing. It's not the way she wrapped it up beautifully and displayed the love in the story. I really appreciate it, especially with people that were dealing with like addictions and a lot of other stuff. So it was a beautiful story. What I'm reading now is, let me go to my list, because I'm a mood reader, girl. So right now I'm reading, of course, what did I just show y'all? Fourth Wing. It's been going amazing. I have been mixing up sci-fi and fantasy, getting those confused. I really do like sci-fi and mystery. And I had A Court of Thorns and Roses. Blah, blah, blah. It's some other like fantasies I really had on my list. And fantasy can be a little intimidating. And then, like I said in a different video, I tried to start my little fantasy journey or whatever, or arc reading. Then I can't never read the book, and I'm so glad, because I hate thinking about it. What is that book? Ice Planet Barbarians. No. So I had stopped with the fantasy for a while. But I did like the world bit in this. And Fourth Wing, I love dragons. So I'm really having like a banger for banger, band for band when it comes to books. So now that I kind of know my taste and everything, I read every genre but horror. I have a Stephen King. Oh, this is the only horror book I have, and I'm scared. So I don't know when I'm gonna get into that, but I am loving, like, I love literary fiction. I figured out what I like in romance. I figured out the kind of writing I like. Short chapters, a lot of dialogue. So I'm starting to realize I'm not a huge fan of like YA thriller, like if they're in like high school, because I tried to read something and I stopped. But I also think the way it was written, because I think it was written in like, it might have all been written in third or something, not a lot of dialogue, and I didn't like it, so I DNF'd it. It was just so hard to get through. I couldn't even get through like the first chapter. So that's that. But what I'm reading now, Fourth Wing, which is fantasy. I started Razorblade Tears, which is a thriller by S.A. Cosby. So that's my thriller for the moment, because I had started listening to The Teacher. I think that's by Frida McFadden, and then I started something else, and I just needed, I don't know, it wasn't hitting how I needed to. And Razorblade Tears by S.A. Cosby is about a black man and a white man. Their sons are married, and they're a gay couple, and they end up like dying. And I think they were murdered or something like that. So they kind of, I don't know if they're gonna like work together to avenge their son's death or whatever, but that's what I'm reading, and so far it's going really good. Somebody's Wife by Robbie Renee. It's going okay. I think some of the spice in it is like cringy, but it's going okay. Just for the summer, of course, I just showed y'all that. Going very well. I really like it. I just realized that it is a part of like a interconnected series. So I think the first one was like a part of your world, and the other one is something else. Obviously, it says book number 3 on here, so let me click on it. It's the A Part of Your World series. So A Part of Your World is the first one. Yours Truly is the second one by Abby Jimenez. I'm not sure if I knew this and I didn't want to read them, and I heard that I could read the third one as a standalone, just got it anyway because I got it as soon as it came out. And I'm thinking about going back and reading them, but I think I'm just gonna finish just for the summer and then go back and read 1 and 2. I did get it on Kindle though. I'm A Part of Your World, but I'm probably not gonna start it. Part of Your World is romance. Somebody's Wife is also, I believe it is romance. It's also romance, but it's 2 different kind of feels to it. And then Daisy Hates, which is a part of the Magnolia Park series, if y'all don't know. It's also romance and new adult. So you got romance, new adult. I didn't realize how much romance I was reading. It is also different because this one, Daisy Hates, is like, okay, so the first Magnolia Parks was like gossip girly. Daisy Hates, they're into like art and crime, like high level crime and art and stuff. So they have a lot of money and stuff like that, and it has the romance, but it's very different from the romance. And just for your summer, where they can both like, they both have this skill where every time they date someone, once they break up, the person goes on to find their soulmate. So they're both the same. So they come up with this plan to, you know, do something. So that's what that one is about. Somebody's Wife is about her like a one night stand, but it's a twist in the one night stand that I really like. So you gotta read that too. And then the last book I'm reading is Binding 13, which is the Boys of Tommen series, which I actually kind of had saw it. I actually think this rec came from Shanancy. That's my girly pop on YouTube. I really trust her opinions. I should go over all the people that I really watch on YouTube because I have a very eclectic, diverse group of people that I take recs from. But I think I briefly saw her talk about it. But if I probably would have read it, I probably would not have picked it up on my own. But I kept seeing it here and there. And one day I was just in Target and I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna grab a book that just looks good. Like, I don't know. Let me just grab it. I think I flipped to the first page and I realized it's like, is it Irish? I believe it's Irish. If not, I'll correct myself. And so I like that the front page you have to use kind of like a dictionary. They tell you what all these words mean, and it's heavy, heavy, heavy dialogue. Binding 13 right now is my comfort read. So I'm reading it very slowly because I like to read it like when I don't want to think a lot. It's very comforting. It's about a girl who essentially she's getting bullied. She meets a popular boy, and in a sense, it's kind of romance too, I believe. Romance, new adult, contemporary fiction. So I'm honestly reading 4 romances, 1 fantasy, 1 thriller. So yeah, Binding 13 is my comfort read right now. So I haven't had a comfort read almost ever, or really like in a really long time. So again, I take time with it. I read that while I'm sleeping, or I read when I don't really feel like having to get engulfed in a story. So yeah, that's what I'm reading right now. That's about what, 5 books, 6 books. And then I just picked up Happy Place because I'm about to leave. It's self-care Saturday. I'm gonna go to my garage. I'm gonna go do some other stuff. I'm taking my books with me, and I don't want to start any new books per se, but I also want to pick me up. It's that time of the month for me also, so I want to do things that I kind of like. Listening to Fourth Wing has been good. I listened to a chapter while I was in the shower and getting dressed and all that good stuff. I think I'm going to pause on that. Once I get outside, get in the sun, I'm going to read me some summer romance books. Yeah, so that is my final thoughts on Daisy Jones and the Six and what I'm currently reading. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to support me by liking, comment, and subscribing. It helps me a whole bunch. And most importantly, share. Remember, you create your own narrative. Until next time, bye, best friend. Oh, before I go, tell me what y'all are currently reading.